Whether you're a painter, a fashion designer, or a writer, there is one universal commonality in being an artist or creator. One moment you're in the zone, putting all of your energy into a masterpiece. It's flowing, it's working, it's amazing. Then the next, creative death. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Reva, and welcome to the channel where we talk about creativity and wellness. Today, I'm going to take you on an art studio / section of my living room tour. We're going to be talking about how I lost my passion for art, why you may be losing yours, and what it is that you can do about it. Let's get into it. All right, beautiful people. So I thought I would take you on a tour of my art studio area. It used to be. It used to look nice, this is where the magic happened, and now it just looks so very neglected. So as you can see, I got like paintings turned around. I'm not even like looking at them when I walk through. It kind of makes me sad from time to time. So I'm just kind of going to go through these paintings. I'm going to talk about maybe some thought processes, feelings. Some of these aren't finished. I'll talk about why I haven't finished them. And just kind of give you an overall idea of my mindset as an artist right now. Right, so first things first, I need to clean up at least some of this. I don't know how much of me you can see, but I don't think that's important. At least not right now anyways. I'm just gonna move some stuff. I just kind of want to show you some of the art. So I'm gonna plop them up here on what used to be an easel that has become a rest for just junk, apparently. Oh my gosh, everything's so dusty. Everything's so freaking dusty, man. So I started drawing at a young age. Around second grade is probably the earliest I can remember. I do remember all of my teachers being really impressed with my 8-year-old art skills. And there was also a point in like 5th grade where all the kids would ask me to draw Dragon Ball Z characters and stuff like that. That got old really quickly. But art was, at the time, one of many creative outlets for me, including poetry, guitar, and a little bit of writing. All right, so piece number 1, or piece of a bunch of pieces, I don't know. Just a small airbrush painting, and actually look at my airbrush right here. Dusty. Now, this is a cheap one. Still, shouldn't treat your things poorly, but yeah, this was just kind of like actually most of these, all the pieces that are here are, for the most part, pieces that were a part of an art show that, when I first moved out here to San Diego, was something that I was going to do. And I was traditionally just a digital artist. I loved like pen and ink related stuff. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that for the show. And so I saw an ad for a very cheap airbrush, and they're very expensive. I looked, and yeah, I got the airbrush, and it was a fun. It's a super fun tool to learn. Very, very difficult, but this was a fun piece, one of many. This looks fairly decent compared to some of my first ones, so I don't know which one this was in the, like, me starting to paint, learning to paint airbrush, because like I said, it's not easy. But that was one of the first few very small ones. Now we're gonna go into this, which I don't even like it. And that's kind of sad to say, but it's okay. On to the next one. So I actually didn't begin taking art seriously until about 1 year into a computer science degree, which, if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm not even sure what career options I would have had in that field. I only accepted it, or only went pursued it because I got a scholarship into a STEM program at the time. And I was too afraid to pursue art, but that got old real quick. I was incredibly miserable. It didn't take very long for me to figure that out. And so I eventually switched over to art, yay. But that still was not, it didn't make me happy still, because I found it to be not as beneficial as I thought it would be. It consisted mostly of me just sitting in a room drawing, the same image over and over again, which, if I'm being perfectly honest, I could do that at home for free. I don't need to go and pay for that. So I eventually dropped out of school, took the self-learning route. This was just something I was just kind of playing around with it, trying to do like a little galaxy eye thing. Like I said, this was like the beginning of my painting journey. So I'm not the biggest fan of it. It looks okay, but I think it could be better, but it looks alright. It looks pretty cool when you hit the right light. This was fun. It looks alright. You know what? I need to stop being like super critical. But this was fun. I mean, I definitely wish there's a lot I did better with this. So this is a super fun piece. Kind of really cool, I think. The idea was to do, what was the idea? Rose-colored glasses, like beauty is in the eyes and the mind of the beholder, and you kind of see what you want to see. Kind of have to hit these sometimes at an angle. So I am obsessed with concepts and creating ideas. I love everything movie industry related, video game industry related, anything that's fantasy, creative, whimsical, wonderful, magical. That's me. So that's where a lot of my concepts and my ideas come from, and my influences. Super fun skateboard design. You can see in the background I have like bunches of empty paintings with a desire to finish them. Ooh. I'll be honest with you, this one here looks a little rough. One of my first times trying to paint an animal with fur. I think the idea was there. It just kind of the execution. I don't know, these don't really count. These were more, well, I guess they count, sort of. More of like a Etsy shop, kind of print on demand kind of thing that I just designed. Digital, this looks terrible, so I'm not even going to show it. It's just some random, terrible, well, not terrible, but the idea was kind of here to have two of these, and so it's a, what is it called? I forgot what it's called, but anyway, so I'm splitting as my dollar there. You get what I'm saying? You get it. So this has been an off and on thing for years. I would have periods of time where I'm like super in the creative flow and I'm drawing for hours on end on a day-to-day basis, and I'm just loving and enjoying every single moment of it. And then I would just hit this wall of frustration, and it would be at a point where I couldn't figure out how to make something look better, how to make it please my eye. And that period of time would go on for at least about a week, a month or so, but eventually I would get back into the flow of things. And then that time has slowly been increasing year over year. Can you see? Look at the little specks there. I got some, I think I had laid these on the ground. I have not taken care of these, and I'm ever so slightly ashamed. But yeah, if you look at the angle, there's like some little specks, and I think that was chemical, something with the floor, something I was spraying on the floor that kind of got there. Because these have been on the floor, as you can see. They have just been chilling on the floor. So in an effort to understand why the roller coaster of emotions when it comes to art, although I think it's just a natural part of being a human being also, I decided to reflect on my relationship and how I've been treating my lifelong love these past several years, and I found some very interesting things. Always negative, constantly comparing yourself to others, putting pressure on yourself to make something perfect, wrapping up your identity in your passion, only valuing the end result, letting fear make decisions for you, being afraid to share, being afraid of competition or of not making enough money, not believing or valuing yourself, constantly overthinking your ideas, trying to fit in, unsure of yourself as a person, which can translate over to art, jumping from thing to thing when you get frustrated instead of pushing through. So we're getting there. This was a super fun painting to do. Actually, let me stop lying. I got really frustrated. I'm doing these damn roses. I was trying to create this burning effect. I think I got it to some small degree, but I got so frustrated doing this painting. Yeah, just kind of it took a while. I'm also missing this right here. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna feel like putting them back where they were. All right, it's okay. Everything's so dusty. It makes me feel so sad that I've just kind of neglected everything. Just letting everything over here just kind of like, y'all need to want to know. So I haven't created anything significant in the past couple of years, and it sucks because I really miss being in the flow of creativity, but honestly, there's no forcing it. So I have been pursuing other creative outlets, taking improv, creating YouTube videos, and creating smaller, less daunting pieces. Letting go has been probably one of the most difficult things that I've had to do, especially when it comes to art, because my identity has been so wrapped up in it. But I think it's absolutely been the most necessary thing. I'm discovering so much more about myself now that I'm trying different things. You know, I know that I'm more than just an artist. I'm still an artist, but I'm also other things as well. Reaching for the stars. Let's, for a quick second, let's just kind of look at my supply zone. All right, so this is where, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna put this on camera. It's too much dust. Just everything that's supposed to be there. It's like all my paints and stuff. Just thoroughly freaking neglected, man. Oh my gosh, on my airbrush. Can't tell you how much I used to like just sit and play with them. Just sit and look at the airbrushes. These are actually really nice, both of these. There's an Iwata first one there, and the second one I think Procon Boy. I'm not really sure, but they're both really great. Airbrushes, paints just covered in dust, neglected. Palettes, brushes. I've just neglected everything. I don't know what to say. My airbrush machine's over here. Look at this, it's collecting dust. What am I doing with myself? What am I doing? Tips to combat losing your passion. Feed your creative soul. Consume the things that inspire you. Consume art in different genres, in different mediums. Our creativity is influenced by the world around us. So the more of it you consume, the more information you have to work with, the more creative that you can be. Do something small and less daunting. Don't overwhelm yourself. Practice detaching. Tear up some old artwork, delete a song, or however that translates for you. Everything does not need to be perfect. Don't let your identity get wrapped up in having one career path or having one specific skill. You have the ability to learn new skills every day. Find a community of like-minded people. Put yourself out there, share your work, and find people who appreciate it and you. Find a mentor. A lot of the time, the walls we hit in our creative lives are because of frustration, which is an indicator that there's something that we may still need to learn. Change your environment. That can mean cleaning up your space or surrounding yourself with new people. Get outside your comfort zone. Get even more creative. Find new ways to do the things that you love. For an example, if you're a painter, try every method of painting, whether that's splatter, pour, airbrush, palette, knife, or so on. If you're a writer, try different genres. Erotica, horror, murder, mystery. I think you get the point. Do something that has nothing to do with the thing that you're passionate about. If you're a crafter, go take a dancing class. If you're a musician, learn how to do something else. All the information we gather is through experiences. And if you're feeling stuck, maybe you need some new experiences to give you a fresh perspective. And of course, letting go. Instead of forcing yourself to do the thing, do something else. I love fantasy. Love fantasy everything. Love fantasy all things all the time. Shit. That's why you should not have so much stuff next to your Christmas tree, but get close. Let's see if you can see the fairy in here. You can. She's there. You have to kind of get her at an angle. There we go. I like the fact that you gotta get everything at an angle here. This is just a personal piece that I never finished. I never finished it, man. I never finished it. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I actually just didn't. I was not feeling it. I did not like it. So just as a close-up, I was gonna have like some hands kind of coming up out there, and you know, it's kind of this medallion thing where you get to make this one magical wish, but in the end, some sort of, you know, negative consequence as such things happen, and you can just kind of go down the rabbit hole of thought. But yeah, this was just kind of going to be like a magical. I'm gonna look at you see. I'm gonna look at you see. Oh wait, here we go. Beautiful black goddess. Doing some beautiful black goddess thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna go through every. Like I have so much art. Kind of everywhere. Digital sketchbooks. These are just all the paintings. So hopefully I'm not like boring anybody with any of the stuff that I'm doing. But I just thought it was very important to kind of share with you a part of this. Is a really big part of who I am. I am an artist. So this one is probably one of the most complete pieces, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. Super fun. Turn around the right way. I also think there's a point where I got very caught up in the idea of making something meaningful, instead of just creating art just for the sake of creating art. Yeah, so this was something I was like, you're finding your inner courage, if I can talk. So this kind of relates a lot deeper to me. So I started this painting. It was going to be about kind of being comfortable in the lesbianness of life, something I struggled with, but I kept just getting frustrated. I don't know, I wasn't feeling the way that it was looking. I was using like gouache paint. You have to hit this at an angle. It's kind of weird. I just kept coming in here, staring, trying to figure out how on earth to fix this thing. And for the life of me, I could not. And so here we are, blank and lonely. Getting back your passion may look different for everybody. Maybe you need to get back in touch with nature or with some unlocked, unhealed emotions. I'm not sure. But don't try to force it. If there's resistance, there is a reason why. Try different things, get out of your comfort zone, and explore the world around you. You are more than just this one thing.